I've been coming down to the Hope Center since about I was 12 years old. I'm 26, so about 14 years. So I've been a lifelong member down here. I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. Both my brothers were killed. One was hit by a car, the other one was shot and killed by the police. My dad died. He was murdered when I was 10. I didn't really know him much. The Hope Center, they were telling us that it was going to be a place where we can come and play basketball all day long for free. Went to high school for a little while. I dropped out when I was probably 15 in the 10th grade. I got into some trouble and Pastor Ty offered me a job down here. Told me that it would help me stay away from trouble. He helped me start thinking about different things in life, so I decided to start going back to school. You can make a lot of decisions in your life and do a lot of things that you feel like you want to do, but in the end you're going to grow up, and that's when the responsibility is going to really kick in. I was 25 when I graduated.
Hope is an after-school program for youth and children ages 5 to 19. Our vision is to faithfully inspire hope in the hearts and lives of youth and children through faith, education, employability, and collaboration. When you first walk in through the door, the chute entrance area, this will be like your first impression of the Hope Center. This room is full of kids, full of life, full of joy, full of kids.
I have been coming to the Hope Center since I was 6. I started coming to the Hope Center because I went to Conestoga and a lot of the kids from Conestoga went here. I've always hated school, still hate school. But Hope kept on me about it. And I realized that school is what I needed to get where I had to go. At the Hope Center, I received tutors, constant encouragement, just any help that I needed to finish assignments, finish projects. I'm right now a sophomore at UNO and I'm a pre-nursing major.
Over the course of a year, we'll have over 1,000 youth and children involved in the Hope Center in our programs. We have several hundred kids involved in our Hope Learning Academy. I love the Hope Learning Academy. 60% of African American students in Omaha Public Schools graduate from high school. Our statistic, last year we had over 95% of our high school seniors graduate from high school.
My dad went to prison for killing my mom, actually. It started off hard there. The Hope Center helped me a lot my senior year. It was about the 3rd day of school. I went to school with a loaded gun in my book bag. I got expelled for it, and I went to jail for like 3 months. So I'm like, I want to go to school now. I want to graduate. I want to get a diploma. So the Hope Center helped me get back into school, and I went and I graduated on time. The Hope Center staff coming to my graduation made me feel like I was loved, made me feel special. I'm really excited to go to college.
Our staff works with teachers, schools, parents. A significant percentage of our kids who come to the Hope Center probably don't go home and have a parent get in their face like I do, or I did with my kid. And I think that's why it's so powerful what we're doing educationally is, in a way, we're functioning in that role. We're basically saying here, you know, and before you go play in the gym, homework first.
The Hope Center started this thing where if you went to education time, you were doing well in school, you participated, they basically started selecting the right people for college visits. And my first college trip was Philadelphia. And we went to about 5 different colleges.
We are now in Hope Skate, and this is an amazing facility. This is where we have skating sessions for the whole community on Friday and Saturday nights. Over the course of a weekend, we'll have 300, 350, maybe 400 young people skating here. What we believe is that the biggest need in North Omaha economically is not job creation, it's employability creation. We are like foaming at the mouth excited about the birth of the Hope Employment Academy. It'll be a program for kids ages 16 to 18 with 3 levels of certification employability that the kids will walk through. And we will teach them basic skills of how to introduce yourself, good eye contact, firm handshake, how to respond to authority, issues of punctuality, basic keyboard skills. We'll bring the kids up on grade level reading, because what we're doing is we're saying education and employability are one and the same thing.
My first job actually was at Burger King. I was 14. They asked me to, this is how unemployable I was. They asked me to clean the toilets. I told them no and I quit. I look back on that and the Hope Center transformed me from that to being able to be considered for promotions at my new job. When I started, I think I was about 16. I was fighting for a position at the Hope Center. From then on, it's been like a road to success. From becoming employable and being professional in the workplace, accepting constructive criticism, just basic work ethic. You know, it's funny because my first job at the Hope Center was cleaning the toilets. I currently work as an overnight stocking associate at Walmart. My boss, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, Dane, I have a question." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Dane, like, where do you get your work ethic from?" He said, "You have like awesome work ethic. The way you just do things and you take the initiative, and I only have to tell you once and then you learn." And I said, "Well, you can thank Pastor Edward King, my supervisor at the Hope Center, and the Hope Center in general."
We believe that the Hope Employment Academy is going to bring down crime, decrease gang involvement, and increase high school graduations and increase economic development in the community. There's not a year-round employment strategy for young people in North Omaha. Since we're addressing what I believe is the key issue in the hearts and lives of kids, the challenge, the problem is hopelessness. And so if the problem is hopelessness, the question is, what does hope look like? We believe hope looks like 4 things. Hope looks like faith, education, employability, and collaboration. So what is faith? Faith means how to have a relationship with the Lord. So in other words, hope inside your heart. And so on Thursday nights, that's one of our hope-wide gathering times to talk about what it really means to have a relationship with the Lord and how you experience His hope in your heart, His love, His encouragement, and His purpose for your life.
I always grew up in the church, so I've always known who God was, and Pastor Ty had a way of explaining things a little differently than other people. He explained the relationship part with God, and when I experimented with that, I realized that was the key. I'm glad that I got to know God like that versus how I thought that I knew God.
We have a recording studio. I've never been invited in it, by the way. We have an art center. We provide 18,000 to 20,000 hot meals a year. We have created jobs for about a dozen high school students. We built a roller skating rink. We have a tutoring center. We have athletic leagues. I mean, it's like we've become, to His glory, we've become like a full-service outreach program-wise for kids, youth and children in North Omaha. If people were to partner financially with the Hope Center, it's an investment in the life of a young person. And if that young person experiences hope, then not only does that child win, but his family wins, the North Omaha community wins, and then the whole city of Omaha wins. So really an investment in the life of a kid at the Hope Center really is an investment in our city and the future of our city.
These people care for me so much here at the Hope Center.
In many ways, I feel like the Hope Center helped me get to where I am today.
The Hope Center opened my eyes up to it more and let me see that it's really out there if you really want it, so I'm grateful for that.